Good afternoon, Facebook. This is Teresa B coming to you from Amplified Exposure. Today, Amplified Exposure Live, that is. Today, I have my beautiful, wonderful, talented guest. His name is Mad. He goes by the name of Maj3sty. He is in the rap game, and he is the first, as I know of, independent artist who went to Sony and got this big contract without having an agent. So that is a big, big, big accomplishment. And
Yes,
he
ma'am.
came on the show today because he likes me. Y'all know I'm good. How you doing, Mr. Maj3sty?
I'm well. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well on this Friday evening. So
That's
let's
good.
start
That's
from
good.
how did it all start? When did you start rapping?
Um, Honestly, I started rapping when I was probably in seventh grade, eighth grade. I was a real loner as a kid, and I used to sit on the back of a bus, all the way in the back. I used to just be to myself, listening to songs. I would start rapping over them. I kind of jumped, hop, skipping it around to certain schools, and I started playing basketball. And like after every away game, I would be somewhere on the bus rapping, and people started kind of catching on to it. And then I kind of jumped and hop, skipped around with different rap games, and then I ended up coming across one Maj3sty after I met my little brother. We sat around, just talked about it. And yeah, so I would say since eighth grade. I'm 27 now, so I've been doing it for more than 10 years. More than 10 years.
Say that last part for me again. For some reason, my camera went out.
Oh, I was saying I've been rapping for about more than 10 years now. I've been doing it for a
More
little bit. Yeah,
okay, all right.
this is my first year taking it seriously.
Really? Your first year taking it
Yeah,
seriously and you fine? Look,
yeah. I was.
as my children say, where they do that at?
Yes, ma'am.
That's pretty good. So tell me the
Appreciate it.
steps. Tell me the steps and tell me the for the audience, how did you go about reaching individuals in Sony to get that contract? Like what were the steps? So you created your own lyrics, your own beats, correct?
Mm.
And then
Yes, ma'am.
you just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I'm gonna call Sony up and I'm about to send them this." How did that happen?
No, so I was my music before I started making my beats. I started leasing beats from other producers, and I think the last song I did, Babylon Burn, that was what caught one of like the third parties who were connected to Sony Music's eye. So they actually reached out to me. So a third party reached out to me, who they do booking and stuff like that with Sony Music, and they handle distribution. And so they asked me if I was interested in being represented. They asked me if I was interested in having people to actually get on board and help me push my music. I said yes, and I wanted to know more about it. The woman ended up getting me on the phone with the CEO of that particular company. He reached out to some people, and then it ended up becoming, I wouldn't say an overnight thing, but it became like a month, over the month type thing. So I ended up getting a single distribution for the song that I just put out called Big Stepper. Um, After that, right before the song came out, you're the only person you're the person they're the only person that is probably be able to hear this scoop. But so basically, Sony Music, or the third party through Sony Music, they weren't actually they were being very slack when it came to the promotion of the song. And
Mm-hmm.
I have my own independent record label. It's legit and everything. Something told me to go ahead and look further into it. So I put out the song myself. And long story short, the company that I was doing the contract with, through Sony Music, everything was legit, but they did not fulfill every single thing they told me they was gonna do. So I pulled back
Okay.
on that. I released a song myself. Sony's name luckily was still attached to it in terms of promotion. So I got the contract, but the the industry, the bigger industry, didn't uphold the end of the deal. The end of the deal. the bargain. So I took that back. I remain independent, still put out the song anyway. And as is what it is. And a lot of people said that they respect me for that because that tends to happen a lot in the music industry. And me being 27, I didn't know that that was actually a thing. But I've seen to benefit from it a lot. You know, other than Sony Music, I've had different labels for me to get in contact with, like Def Jam Records. So I've sent some stuff to the VP of Def Jam and RCA Records and stuff like that. But that's literally about it. That's literally about it when it comes to Sony Music. That's the whole spiel with that.
Well, at least you're truthful about it, because a lot of people seem to think that it's easy. It's, you know, it's a 1, 2, 3 once they get signed. So the fact that you're letting the people know that even after getting signed, there still could be some hiccups. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. I can hear you now. It was going in and out. But no, definitely want people and other aspiring artists, independent artists, to definitely realize that just because you get a big label name attached to your name or your brand or your song or your company or whatever, that doesn't legitimize anything. It doesn't make anything more lucrative. If anything, it makes things more difficult because you don't know their intentions. You know, a lot of big labels, they're in it for the money. They want to see how much money you can make them, what you can get for them, what you can do for them. If they could profit off of your look, off of your brand, off of your sound, off of your lyrics, off of your message. And if I'm not the type of artist that's chasing money. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the look. I don't care about the fame. I want people to understand the message and relate to the brand and my music to help empower people and help people become better. So once I understood that about myself, it really wasn't a hard thing to decide if I wanted to go ahead and just cut Sony Music out the picture.
Right, right. So now that you're on the journey again and you've put your stuff out there to a couple more record labels, are you getting some good feedback?
I am. I'm getting some great feedback. My song "Big Stepper" actually just it hit number 3 in Nigeria on the radio a month ago. And so a lot of love from Africa and from Nigeria, and I got put on the playlist on Spotify with Cardi B. So I'm getting a lot of good a lot of good feedback and stuff in terms of my music. Just not in the U.S., but internationally, they're starting to love it. So that's good. That's good enough for me.
So what's interesting is, you know, I know a lot of people in the business, Uptown, Def Jams, Sony, Universal. Like, you know, I talk to some of these people on a regular basis, and I mentioned you to a guy that used to be the VP of Uptown Records a while back, and he heard of you, but he thought that you were an artist that, yeah, he heard of you because he deals with African artists. So he thought that you were actually from Africa, like you was an African trying to make the song and bring it to the US. He had no idea that you was here in Charlotte, North Carolina, trying to bring the song over there. So even though you may think that, you know, it's not it's making an impact, it's making some waves, and people know you, but because it's so widespread in Africa, people over there think that you come from over there, know that you're here from the United States. So that's pretty awesome. And see, I bet you didn't even know that fact. I bet you didn't even know that you was bumping over there like that.
I didn't. I didn't. I really
so yeah,
didn't. My ancestry DNA kit results just came in too, like probably last week. I found out I'm 92% West African. So I was like, I might have to kind of,
use that to your advantage.
Tap into that side. Yeah, because I didn't, like, came back. I was like, I'm 43% Nigerian, 30-something percent Cameroon, Bantu people, Zulu. I was like, okay. I said 92% West African. I said that other 8 is just broken up European. I mean, I could live with 92. But yeah, I didn't know my music was reaching was reaching that far. That helped. I appreciate that for you telling me.
Yeah, he had no idea that you were from the United States. So that, that's pretty good that it's, touching people in that way. So let me hear a sample of your song, the one that's the big hit. Can you play that for us?
Okay. I can. Let me see. All right. And I always been there, stepper, always riding tag, I always been there, big stepper, always riding tag, I always been there, big young stepper, always riding tag, I always been there, big stepper, always riding tag, I always been there, big young stepper, always riding tag, I always been there, big young stepper, always riding tag, I always been there. Maj3sty out here, you know the truth, my bitter liberty. I got out here, man, yeah, ain't no kidding me. Yeah. Will Smith for 2 to say actors factor, Hennessy. Yeah. Big step, now you're feeling me. Yeah. Said advice be for real and you know the deal, yeah, say you're wrong. Said roll up that door, that quiet, yeah, party no. Said I was born in the States, I'm from the west to the east, I go. Said big step, rise some more. Let me know when you want me to stop, because I tend to get lost in music.
No, I'm trying to hear. Turn it up a little bit. I'm trying to hear what you're saying.
I got some speakers. Hold on. Said I'm big, step, I was right. Said I'm big, step, I was right. Big, step, I was riding. I always been big, step, always riding. Always been big, step, always riding. Big, step, always riding. Always been good. Feel the vibe when I'm moving. I say you know. Since you stand by 5 yes, I know more. I say, yeah, when you become a king, yeah, say a soldier, let's roll. Said, Jah, me move the cycles, oh yeah, now you know. I said, the west should fall and the east should rise some more. When I came right back, I had to let you know. Ain't no party next door, cause you know that the party got the vibes. Said, I got that, said, I said, Maj3sty. Said, I'm bad, stop.
All right, where you at? Hey, play your next song for me, Maj3sty.
I don't know here that the speakers are late.
The speakers aren't working well. I said the speakers weren't working well because it sounded okay.
Oh no, I was trying to get to the speakers. The aux cord.
Oh, okay.
I had just put it close to the laptop. That's all I did.
Okay, that's fine. What's your other song? Play that one for me.
Let me see. What's the one that? Yeah, Jack. Babylon, 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 oh, Jah, so that it's oh, the fire. Oh, just said some be patient. I must keep on waiting. Looks will deceive you. Some them lead you to evil away.
I like that one. I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, now let me hear the third one.
Let's see.
And there's a method to my madness why I'm listening to all your music, right? You know that, right?
Say that one more time.
Your dog is growling at me. I said there's a method to my madness on why I'm listening to all your music. I know your dog is he temperamental today. He's saying, "Hurry up, Maj3sty. Do what you do so you can give me some attention."
Yeah, but that's both of them. I got one outside, I got one inside.
Oh wow!
This is a little trick I did on here. Yeah. Said I see the fire is coming through. Try to sing through over the hills and the valleys too. Cover the earth and see it's true. Said I see the fire is coming through.
Okay, that's the Fuji's beat. I might be telling my age.
Ain't no wrong with Fuji.
Okay, yeah. Good. You can turn that one off. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I sampled at least 3 songs so that my people in my camps can hear how talented you are. So if anybody that's joining in right now, I have Maj3sty the rapper with me. He is the first independent artist to go to Sony without any representation. He just went on his own and got it done. So I wanted the world to hear some of the samples of his music because he is now looking for a new label. So if you're out there with Def Jams, Motown, Sony has a subsidiary called Orchard. I'm trying to think of all the record labels. Does MCA still exist? MCA, any of those record labels out there?
I don't even know if they do.
Yeah, I don't even know if they still exist. But any of those record labels that are still current out there, this stream goes to 6 different locations worldwide. Listen to Maj3sty's music. He's dope. The music is on point. I liked all 3 songs that I heard. And congratulations to you and your success. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
He's only 27 years old. So I'm taking him in as one of my little brothers right now and promoting for him on the sly because I think he's a dope dude. So
I appreciate that.
Anybody out there listening, go grab his stuff. He's big in Africa right now, but we want him to also be big in the United States. You know, it's a shame when a person can take their stuff to another country and blow up, and then here our people don't even know what we have right here. So I'm hoping that people get to hear your music and they get to spread the love around the United States as well. But I think you're a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
It has been a blessing to talk to you about your music. Keep doing what you do. Keep striving to be in the United States, to be that hit, and you know, light shining brightly. I'm proud of you. You got it. You got it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You too. You too.
So I don't have any questions today. This was just a little snippet to get your. See, I was doing it on the slide. I didn't want to tell you what was going on to kind of. So now I have a piece of recording that I can take and share with people that I know, so that you can be well known in the industry. So anything else you want to tell the audience before you leave me?
Yeah, so I'm coming out with my second book as a published author in December, and I'm working on the EP. I'm probably going to drop in November or December, and getting ready to shoot the video for Big Stepper, which we're going to release in Africa. When I say we, I mean my label, myself, my lady, and then my brothers. We're gonna release it in Africa, and then after Africa, then we're gonna bring it to the US. So that's what we're working on right now. I done heard and saw some things to where Big Stepper might possibly get on billboards. So as a independent artist at 27, only person I know of to do something like that is Nipsey Hussle. So I'm definitely trying to pay homage to him along the way. I'm gonna do with my EP. I think people are gonna enjoy it.
Awesome. Any advice you want to give people out there that are trying to follow your footsteps?
Yeah, so I would say keep the Most High first. Listen to your inner being before you listen to anything outside of yourself. Always strive for greatness, chase purpose, not the materials, and always make sure that you're doing things with good intentions, and good things will come back to you. So that's about it. I tell people all the time, I'd rather for them to chase their own footsteps, don't walk in mine, because I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I don't want them to stumble in the same things I stumbled in. So, yeah, I think
That's
people
okay.
just keep being true to
They learn
themselves.
a lot
Everything
from
doesn't
you.
fall into place. Yes, ma'am.
They can learn a lot from you, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're such a good soul, boy. I can feel it through the internet. You blessings to you and your family. Wow. Okay, how can they reach you? How can someone reach you if they had questions or comments?
You as well.
How can they reach you if they wanted to have some questions or comments for you?
On Instagram at Maj3sty ONEMAJ3STY, or they can go ahead and email the label MGMT at Don Fashion. Don is spelled DAN, Fashion FASHIONENT.com. And so they can email that way, and since I own the label, it'll 9 times out of 10 is gonna come straight to me until I get some more people on board with this. But yeah, they can reach out to me both those, and I'll respond back. I tend to respond to my DMs as much as possible, because I'm not focused on getting a big audience. The people that listen are going to be the people that's going to help me, get to where I need to go. So they reach out, I'm gonna reach back.
Kudos. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And the fact that you're a fellow teacher, I'm even going to be rooting for you even harder. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Well, thank you for coming on today and showing my show some love. And we'll see what happens next. But for those of you out there, Maj3sty, the rapper, he was the first independent artist to go to Sony solo with no agent, nobody, and say, hey, give me a deal. And it worked out very well. So I appreciate you for coming out today, and look for his stuff. Listen out for his music. He did play some samples. So for anybody that's playing this recording back, he has some dope music. It's good. So, blessings to you and your family, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend, and don't get in no trouble. Okay.
You as well. Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.